Okay, so we're going to have a look at Songbird by Oasis. So, as explained in your lessons, this is a fairly simple song. It's a good one to get under your belt. It's got two chords in it, which are G and E minor. Now, the thing that I would say with this song is you want to be very, very careful what you're doing with your strumming hand. So we're going to go over the chord progression and then we're going to have a look at the strumming hand in a bit more detail. But what you also want to make sure is that you know these chords, G and E minor, by heart. So you're fairly comfortable with them so you can focus on actually playing the song. Now, the intro just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All just G, okay? Now, we'll have a look at what my picking hand is doing in 1 second, but we've just gone over the intro there, which is one chord, and now we're going to have a look at the verse. So for the verse, what we're going to do is we're going to go G, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go to the E minor and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to go back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you go back to E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's have a look at what the strumming hand is doing, because that's where the real challenge is in this song. So for the strumming hand, what I'm doing here is I'm actually playing the top string, and I'm kind of, if I mute my string, I'm going pluck on the top string, then a down up. Pluck, down, up, pluck, down, up, pluck, down, up, pluck, down, up, pluck, down, up. So if I play the G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go to E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go back to the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it goes like that all the way through the song. Now, the good thing with G and E minor is you use all the strings. So that's going to really save you a lot of pain when it comes to trying to make sure you're playing the right strings and everything. But do make sure you're not kind of, strumming too hard on that first kind of pluck. That's just, all I'm doing is touching the top string. Pluck, down, up. Okay? Now, as sort of an added challenge for the song, for those of you that are finding those chord changes particularly easy, there is a short step that goes down in the middle of the chord progression, and that's where this F sharp note comes in. You'll see it noted on your sheet as an F sharp. It looks like G over F sharp, and all I'm doing here is I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 4 I swap out this second finger on my G, and I put my first finger down on fret 2 and just pluck that string, and it helps me kind of step into the E minor. And then it does the same going back to the G. But then you've got to make sure to get the first finger back down where it should be on your G once you play that bit. So the whole thing like that will look like this. And that's it, all the way from start to finish. So it's a nice steady song for you to play, but do focus on getting the first few chord changes down. So the E to the G to the E minor, and getting the the picking and the strumming in play. And then once you get great at that, then you can add in that F sharp note, because that's where you get some really cool stepping down into the E minor and then stepping back up to the G, which gives you a quite nice sort of sound, which is pretty cool. So give that a go, and then we'll continue it in your lessons.